If you still trust in the old normal stock market, your portfolio and your retirement are at serious risk of getting crushed by ignoring a new normal investing paradigm. Today, the stock market is controlled by the actions of politicians and high-frequency black box traders who are totally indifferent to your financial security and who are actually at war with you for your hard-earned profits. My name is Michael Schulman, and welcome to what many call the new normal. It does not feel normal, it does not trade normal, and it does not treat your investments in a normal way. But it is what it is. It is the future, and you should make it your future. To quote Jack Bauer from the hit television show 24, we are running out of time. The European debt crisis, our debt crisis, the upcoming presidential elections, the growing polarization in the country, the slow decline of Japan due to demographics and debt, the slow motion bursting of the Chinese bubble, the enormous impact of proper or improper regulations on the U.S. and world economies, all of this is quite real and getting worse. The stock market as it was is now forever stacked against you and me, the individual investor. We, the U.S. and the world, are going through a once-in-a-century credit contraction. Translation? Too many people and too many nations have borrowed too much money, and the road to a normal level of credit and debt is a decades-long journey. This contraction will impact economies, the financial system, sectors of the economy, the stock market, and individual companies for years to come. Fear is a constant in today's market, and it is shaping our lives. Fear of the unknown, fear of events, which it turns out could be one of many things. Fear of Greek debt and Greek voters. Fear of the debt and the deficit problems in the United States. Fear of plunging Chinese apartment prices and the property bubble. Fear of what is really going on in our and European banks. This fear has made it a headline-driven market, making traditional investing and trading almost obsolete. You have to accept this seeming nonsense and chaos in the world, in the markets, and you have to invest alongside it, with it, and through it. And even if you don't believe in all aspects of this new reality, ask yourself, what happened to the economic rebound? Not likely to happen anytime soon, with consumer confidence slipping, home building at 30% of peak, and unemployment rising. You hold in your hands my just released Contrarian Profits Manual, and I urge you to read it. Share it with your family and friends. Here you will find out how the crisis will threaten your investments and possibly your retirement dreams. You will also find what steps you can take, not only to protect your financial security, but profit from the opportunities they present. If you are like most investors, you are looking for predictable returns and consistent income from your portfolio. And that means you cannot depend on the stock market as you once knew it. The market post the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy is very different from the world we knew 10 years ago. Fundamentals may drive stocks around an earnings announcement or over a 10-year period, but for the time horizons needed by individual investors looking for reasonable returns or even modest income, the current market is simply not a place to invest in good ideas and sit back and just hope they work. They will and they won't. The fundamentals may work, the next iPad may be another blockbuster, but the stock could lose a lot of value. Today's market backdrop, your investing backdrop, could be any one of a number of uncontrollable events, such as the Greek debt crisis. You put thoughts of it aside, and you read a lot about Apple, and you make a decision. The iPad is not going to fade, it is a smash success, and you decide it may be time to pull the trigger and buy the stock. Apple has doubled in size every 3 years and sells at less than the price-earnings ratio of the S&P 500. You go ahead and you pull the trigger. The day after you buy the stock, a general strike with a bit of violence breaks out in Athens. European bank bonds fall due to fears of a Greek default. Hedge funds liquidate equities in Europe and sell the euro. The dollar goes up, pushing down commodity prices. As commodity prices fall, the indices fall, and mutual funds sell off all their winners for the year, including Apple. So what happens? Apple shares fall dramatically due to unhappy bus drivers in Athens. If you are an investor trusting in that old normal stock market, you are at risk of ignoring the great factors driving the new normal stock market, one controlled by two sets of actors: politicians whose actions spur headlines, shape events, and those high-frequency black box traders who are totally indifferent to great ideas and fundamentals, the tools investors have used and can now use in a different way to generate capital appreciation and income. Welcome to the new normal. This is what investors like you face every single day. If you can hold a core position for many, many years, and in my mind you should, fine. But long-term buy and hold simply does not work for those seeking monthly income or even predictable returns quarter by quarter, year by year to build a retirement account. And if you are retired, it is all about capital preservation and the income generated by that capital. And this is not going to change for many years. Whether you're 25 or 65, individual investors like you need to consider making a change to remove the uncertainty of the market hanging over your retirement plans. Instead of running from this uncertainty, it is time to embrace it. Bottom line, the market belongs to the very long-term investor and the very short-term trader. I call this a hybrid market, a bipolar market. A bipolar investor is the person who succeeds in this market. The best way for an investor looking for monthly income or simply to build an account on a predictable basis with little capital risk is to take this bipolar approach to investing. And that's what this report is all about. In it, you will find 10 contrarian profit-building strategies you can use to overcome and profit from the current financial insanity, 25 stocks you must avoid, and 6 no-brainer short opportunities you can start cashing in on today, and 30 stock and ETF contrarian positions that will survive and thrive through the continuing chaos of the financial markets. There is also a special report, Dead Man Walking Zombies, 25 stocks you should sell now if you own them. Events and actions today happen with lightning speed, so you don't leave your investments to chance or to just worry, and you cannot sit back and do nothing. Flash crashes, computer programs at hedge funds that generate 1 million transactions a second, instantaneous market reactions to Greece, or our deficit, the super committee, the tsunami, the continuing threat of financial illiterate politicians on both sides of the Atlantic. You cannot hope to invest successfully alongside these day-to-day movements. So invest where they are wrong. Invest what they have overlooked. We will do this together. Please take the time to download and read this report now and watch the accompanying videos. I will be in touch with you soon with my next new normal investment strategies and profit-generating ideas. This is Michael Schulman. Thanks for listening.